Hey guys, guess who's back? DJ Atomica here on Transporter FM to tell you all about the big update coming tomorrow for the Crew Motorfest. So far, we've celebrated the best cars from each prominent nation, we did some outrageous stunts with the Hoonigan team, and we raced some iconic cars, along with some of our favorite YouTubers and content creators. This season, we're hitting the crux of why we play this game. Customization. From pimping out LowRiders and Donks to discovering more incredible stuff from Liberty Walk, the Ring Brothers, Yiannimize, and KRC Japan. This season is all about expressing your tastes through the cars you drive. How about we see what's in it, yeah? Let's go.
First time's a charm for a season of customization. No one does it like they do it in the USA. The LowRiders and the High-Riders square off with custo bikes zipping on the side and the flashiest wheels on the continent in the forefront. Plus, we have some very unique individuals along with you on the ride.
There you have it. It's all about custom culture here. Tricking out our cars and racing against the best. And what better way to do all of that than with our newest playlist, Donk vs. LowRider. For the first time in this game, this playlist will grant you not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 brand new cars. 2 of which you'll need to finish the playlist, and the other 2 you win from completing it. In Donk vs. LowRider, you first choose your side, either Weasel D Customs and his Donks or Sophia and the El Sereno LowRider Club. And the respective crews will teach you the ropes of how they vibe, whether you're street versus drag racing and pulling off wheelies as a Donk, or you're car dancing, yes. Car dancing to the beat with the reworked hydraulics of a LowRider, this playlist should have something for everyone. Speaking of things for everyone, there are a bunch of new vanities and quality of life changes coming. Starting with the Grand Race. You no longer have to try and guess or waste time heading over to the map and hovering over the Grand Race icon to figure out what vehicle disciplines are featured in certain Grand Races. They're finally being presented on the Grand Race option when you head towards the Activities section. Next up, there's Vanities. Remember those floating aerials that you could place on the rooftops of your cars? They've been enhanced to feature a bit more animation. Along with these new toppers, there are now dashboard figures. That's right, you can finally add a bit of extra spice, either a flashy chain or a nifty bobblehead, to the interior of your car, and you can bet that there will be more coming. There's also been some major improvements to the custom show, which now features new rewards, the ability to see which car you entered for a certain show, and the ability to purchase a car directly from the show with vanities and custom parts installed. There is, however, an even bigger change that most of you will be pleased about, and it involves the other main theme for this season, LowRiders. Remember back in The Crew 2 when these cars were introduced and no one could drive them because the hydraulic suspension reacted to the direction in which you steered your car. Even in the earlier seasons of TCM, these cars were just undrivable. Not anymore. Because you'll have to race in LowRiders in this new playlist, they've been reworked so that now the hydraulic suspension of these cars come in 3 modes: normal, static, and dynamic. In normal mode, you drive your LowRider like a regular car, no extra lifting of the suspension. In static mode, you can move the left stick on your controller to lift certain areas of the car via the hydraulics so you can showboat and roll real slow like you're putting on some South Central show. Finally, there's dynamic, where you can use the left stick to make your car hop, just like you can in Midnight Clubs 3 and 4. It should be noted that static and dynamic modes only work when you're driving at a real slow pace. Once you get up to speed in your LowRider, the suspension will reset to normal mode. Thanks to this and their reworked physics, LowRiders are now able to properly race again. In fact, there's a certain LowRider Chevrolet Impala that you can win from the Legend track this month. That's now a pretty good street Tier 1 car thanks to the physics improvements. You won't see them lagging behind in the leaderboards anymore. Speaking of cars, this season will house up to 30 of them, of which most were already revealed yesterday via the game's main website, but we'll show you which ones you'll get when you first boot up the game after the update on Wednesday. With only 4 cars left in the Car Pass this year, Ubisoft Ivory-Tower are saving the classics for last. This month's Car Pass editions are both cars that you need to fully complete the Donk vs. LowRider playlist, the 1987 Buick GNX, and the 1971 Chevrolet Caprice. You'll receive either Weasel D Custom's Donk Edition Caprice if you join his crew, or an El Sereno LowRider GNX if you join Sophia and her car club. If you beat Weasel and his donks in a LowRider, you'll be awarded with another car from Hoonigan, their custom supercharged Caprice Donk that they created back in 2021. If you beat Sophia and her LowRiders in a donk, she'll hand the keys over to her special West Side LowRider GNX, a car she keeps near and dear to her heart. There are also 2 new shop editions, both of which are different versions of the same car. Oh, and did I mention that this car has been one of the most requested cars on the game's Twitter page and Discord server. The Audi RS6 Avant finally arrives in the Crew Motorfest, and alongside it is a special version customized by none other than Yiannimize of Yiannimize. While the standard RS6 will be available for bucks or crew credits, Yiannimize's RS6 will only be available for crew credits via the game's new Welcome Bundle. The next set of cars may bring a tear to your eye, because they're the last set of collection imports from the Crew 2. Starting with the Summit exclusives, you have the Mad Edition Dodge Charger RT for Rally Raid, and the Ultimate Edition Nissan 350Z Roadster for Street Tier 2. Next up is the car you received after completing all of the skills for Mad Volume 2, the 1985 Mazda RX-7 Evo Group B. Finally, there are the cars you bought in bundles from the shop, including 2 Maseratis, the Ghibli 4.9 SS from 1969, and the Levante Trofeo from 2021, and 3 Jaguars, the XESV Project 8, the D-Type, and the legendary 1992 XJ220. Of course, there are also the Summit Reward cars, with this month's being a Street Tier 2 version of the classic Chevrolet Impala, and next month's being the Ring Brothers Dodge Charger Tusk, which is an extremely detailed Restomod build of a Charger housing Mopar's Elephant crate, a 426 cubic inch supercharged V8 producing 1,000 horsepower. And that's all you need to know about this new season of the Crew Motorfest. Oh, and don't forget to check out the all-new daily missions. It's now much easier to get even more rep and cash and gain more legend points after each month. We might even finally be able to max out our Explorer track for once. Anywho, there's a bunch of content coming on this channel from Transporter, so stay tuned. If you liked what you saw from this new update, leave a like and subscribe to us. It really helps us out. On behalf of Transporter, this is DJ Atomica signing off today on Transporter FM. We'll see you in Hawaii.